last night I went to a Nine Vicious concert in Atlanta, and I'm not gonna lie to niggas, this shit is probably gonna be my last show for a minute, gang. Cause this, bro, it's just like nothing crazy happened. Like, let me just say that, like, nothing fucking bizarre happened. Like, I didn't like run into a fucking predator or like no weird shit. I didn't see nobody get switched down. I didn't see nobody get beat. Well, I did see a nigga get beat, but it wasn't like to the point to where like I'm pointing at it saying that is my last show. There's no one reason why, but it's just more like a accumulation of reasons. Like, bro, it's just so much that's gone wrong with the scene that it's just like not really fun anymore. And you know, that's subjective. I can't really say concerts aren't fun for the masses because a lot of people still enjoy going. A lot of people still enjoy things that even I used to enjoy. But just as a whole, it just doesn't really seem the same necessarily. But like more so, it doesn't have a lot of life anymore. Oh, I do understand a lot of you guys are probably just clicking on this video being a regular concert goer, somebody that just goes to a show here and there. Maybe, you know, your favorite artist pops into your town and you got the money for tickets and you're off that night. Fuck it, I'm going to a concert. This doesn't apply to you. It really applies to the people that go to concerts kind of as like an escape from their regular life. You know what I mean? A lot of people are really like that. A lot of people go to concerts just to do something, and that's their out. You know, like a lot of people have, you know, fucked up ass lives, bro. When they go to concerts, they meet people, they hang out with people that they wouldn't normally get to interact with on the day to day. You know, niggas be working fucking warehouse jobs and shit. Niggas be, you know, slaves to their fucking desk. You know, some niggas sit in a cubicle for 80 hours a fucking week. You never know. Some niggas sit behind a fucking grill for 80 hours a fucking week. You never know. And concerts might just be their escape. A lot of people live their life through going to the bar, or, you know, run clubs, or going to the gym and meeting new people there. A lot of people meet their new friends at concerts. A lot of people meet their, you know what I mean, significant others at concerts. And, you know, it's really just a place where you can kind of like meet new people. You know, you have an opportunity to get discovered doing something. You can also probably find a job at it. Again, these niggas definitely be hiring security guards. You know, they must be paying a lot because of the way that these niggas be acting nowadays. When I tell you that these niggas be acting like they got $45 an hour waiting for them as soon as they don't let a nigga in with a camera, that's how these niggas be operating nowadays. So I mean, you clearly can probably get some bread becoming a security guard at most of these Live Nation venues. But to all my people that deal with that shit on a regular basis, you know exactly where I'm coming from. And I mean, if you've been going to concerts for the last 5 to 10 years, you know, really getting to see the heights of this concert scene, you know what I mean, like niggas like Travis Scott, XXXTentacion, Lil Yachty went on a run, Lil Uzi went on a run, Playboi Carti went on a run. You know what I mean? Playboi Carti had artists that went on a run. Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, you know, Homicide Gang. Like, there's a lot of guys that really just, you know, ran through the concert scene and really just was able to build a fan base strictly through just being like this awesome personality and really having your fans be able to live out your music live rather than just through some headphones or just, you know what I mean, on the YouTube screen or on the MTV screen. You know what I mean? Like, it's a different vibe to be able to perform and, you know, control the crowd and to be able to get your listeners involved, because whenever they leave that concert, it makes the music hit 10 times harder. A nigga like Ken Carson, for example, when he performs, it's not just let's stand here and record or let's stand here and sing the song. No, niggas is jumping, niggas is opening mosh pits, niggas is fighting, I've seen niggas get beat up at a fucking Ken Carson concert, you know? And it might be really hectic, it might be really intense at times, but I bet you one thing, them niggas leave that concert and them boys is like, bro, this nigga is, you know, fire, bro. Like, I fuck with this nigga. I've seen people go to certain concerts and interact with that artist because that artist knows how to perform really good. They get to that show not knowing nothing, and then they end up leaving a fan of the artist. They end up leaving, they hop in my car the next day, yo, you heard this? And it's some unreleased to that artist. I'm like, bro, like this nigga was not bumping. He was talking mad spicy about Cardi before. Go to a Cardi concert. Yo, bro, Cardi's actually fire, bro. Next thing you know, this nigga putting me on to Leaks, bro. This nigga putting me on to Goku, bro. Feel me? Like, niggas really be like, it's different. The concerts really, like, were able to change the game this last decade. And, you know, being able to grow up through that shit and kind of like see the, you know, the heights that it could go with the shit. Like, bro, I've seen Travis Scott. That nigga went from performing at Houses of Blues to arenas, gang. Stadiums, gang. This nigga's doing stadiums. He just did MetLife. This nigga just did a whole ass world tour. I think he broke the record for that shit, bro. I think he broke the record for most like revenue made or something, most tickets sold, something like that, something crazy. But Travis is on like an insane like run right now, bro. Like, if we're being honest, like, bro, this dude really like he took the scene and he made it to where niggas like Playboi Carti can do a stadium one day. Or he's already done it with The Weeknd, but I'm talking headline. Niggas like Playboi Carti can go to India and do a stadium. Niggas like, you know, Ken Carson are gonna be able to go to India and do a stadium at a certain point. You know, like, Travis Scott, we have that nigga to thank for that shit. But I think where we draw the line now is like the scene just lost its soul, bro. Like a lot of the core fans, I'm gonna get into this in a second, but a lot of the core fans, they kind of just lost the love for the concerts based on the structure. And peep game, like I said, this is for a lot of the niggas that go to concerts on a regular basis. So if you're one of those guys that is just, you know, binging Ticketmaster, you follow all the House of Blues, you follow all the Fillmores, like, you know what I mean? Like you get the notifications whenever the new concerts are happening or being booked. And, you know, it might be your favorite artist, or you're just scouting it just to scout, like, oh, I like this band, or oh, I like this artist, this indie guy's coming here this random Tuesday night. You know what I mean? For those guys, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Average fan is starting to get priced out of the shit, bro. Like, the average fan, say of Nine Vicious. I went to a Nine Vicious show last night in Atlanta simply because I looked at the tickets for Charlotte, and they were $230. So, like, the venue that they were having it at, too, was a venue that I believe holds 500 to 750 people. And I mean, I just don't think that that's worth $230 just to, you know, be yammed in there. Like, I get it, but like, I would rather be, you know, I would rather spend that type of money on an arena. I'd rather spend that type of money on, you know, a festival, something that crazy. Because, bro, like, for one artist in this economy, fuck no, bro. I'm sorry, I love Nine Vicious, but it ain't that deep. Granted, the tickets did release at $40 pre-sale. I'm not gonna negate that. They definitely did. But for a lot of people that weren't able to get that drop, it was heartbreaking because the tickets did sell out. They sell out very fast nowadays, bro. And it's to the point to where Ticketmaster has to, you know, fight lawsuits over niggas buying a bunch of fucking tickets for the pre-sale and then jacking the price up times 20 and then selling them back to Ticketmaster. You feel me? Like, that's fucking up the market. And Ticketmaster, they benefit off of this shit. Live Nation, they benefit off of this shit. So they don't do anything to stop the niggas that put hundreds of bots on the pre-sale tickets and then jack the prices up times 10, times 5. You know what I mean? To get their profit off of it. Ticketmaster is looking at this as a win-win. Oh, we got a bunch of people that are still going to go to the concerts. They're still going to pay the prices. They're just going to complain about it. We don't have to do anything about it. It's a win-win for them niggas, bro. And it's really heartbreaking for a lot of the actual core fans of the artist because they're either forced to put up crazy piles of money to go to these shows, just eventually prices out the average fan, bro. Like, that shit is hard, gang. It's hard because now whenever you do go to the concerts, you're not really surrounded by a bunch of core fans. You're not really surrounded by a bunch of people that actually enjoy the artist. Granted, maybe 60% of them are like real fans for real, but the other 40% just went because their homie went. The other 40% is girlfriends because they boyfriend love the artist, or vice versa. The girlfriend loves the artist. The boyfriend just comes with her. I don't really listen to Nine. I'm just going because my girlfriend's going. A lot of people, I don't know if y'all realize, but a lot of people go strictly off of that. If you walk up and down the line and you ask every single person to name 5 Nine Vicious songs that were at that concert last night, I guarantee you 60% of them could do it. The other 40% wouldn't, bro. They wouldn't be able to name 3, my nigga. And bro, that number is just gonna start to rise and get higher and get higher and get higher. Bro, I'm telling you, it's gonna be flipped. Give it 5 years, it's gonna be 60% bots and 40% actual fans, bro. And then in 10 years, it's gonna get lower and lower. 80% bots, 20% regular niggas. We might have robots really in these concerts, bro. Damn, man. Like, it sucks, bro. It sucks. Like, it's really hard too because you can't really blame the artist too. These guys basically tour with Live Nation 100% of the time because Live Nation owns all the good venues, all the Fillmores, all the House of Blueses, all the like up and coming venues in the cities that are actually throwing lit ass shows that are starting to make a name for themselves. Live Nation comes through, gives them a sweet ass offer, and they sell their ass. So everybody's in the concert scene is bowing down to Live Nation. If you're not fucking with Live Nation, your shows are either gonna get nerfed, they're gonna buy up all your tickets so your crowds are dead, or like, bro, they're just gonna like make your shit irrelevant. I'm telling you, the amount of money that these niggas pour into marketing and the amount of tours that these niggas like steal, they get probably like a good 90-95% of the, you know, the highest revenue pulling artists. Like, bro, these niggas, the contracts that they give them for the venues that they're offering, it's just something that you would be retarded to pass up on, bro. I'm telling you, if you go with any other company that, you know, gives you a bigger bag, you might get a bigger bag from, you know, a little side company that throws tours and shit like that. You can get like a little 5-show or like 10-show run and like a Rolling Loud or something like that. They'll throw you a good bag for it. But it's like, you're gonna be performing at fucking basketball gyms, my nigga. You're gonna be performing at fucking bowling alleys, my nigga. Like, no diss to Rolling Loud, but bro, like, you're gonna be performing at fucking Mexican restaurants, gang. Like, it's not gonna be the scene. And like I said, it's no diss to them niggas. And like, you as an artist, you gotta look at it like a business decision. Like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna take a little bit less money. I'm gonna perform at the big venues. I'm gonna get all the promo. You know, you're still not guaranteed to sell them out. They can't put real niggas in the crowd. You know what I mean? Like, they can make your shit look lit, but they can't put real fans in the fucking crowd, and them niggas gotta make money. So what do? They turn around and they drop them pre-sale codes. The codes are, they want to make them bitches hard as fuck to find, so the average fan isn't gonna either A, be able to find them shits, or B, have the time in the day to go find them shits, bro. They drop a fucking pre-sale code at like 11 a.m. on like a Tuesday or some shit for a tour that's not for another 4 months. You know what I mean? And unless you have Instagram notifications on, you will never see that fucking code, bro. Or a fan that's dedicated and has them notifications on for you, you will never know that code. That's how I get the code a lot of the times, bro. That's how I'm able to access these tours a lot of the times, bro, because I got people around me that actually like go to concerts and shit as a hobby for real, and they're tapped in. They hit me up, yo bro, this tour drop, this artist is going, or they're coming to this city, they're going to Charlotte, Atlanta, you know, New York, you know, pre-sale code is this. I jump into pre-sale, that shit $40, it's $30, $25 sometimes with tax. But if you don't get that pre-sale code in time and you wait 2 hours, them tickets might be sold the fuck out. I'm telling you, there are real scalpers that will sit and wait and set up a bot, bro, and buy 250 tickets at a time. Whatever the limit is, they're gonna buy just under the limit. Live Nation owns Ticketmaster, so when Ticketmaster sees that tickets are available for certain concerts, Live Nation makes the priority for Ticketmaster, bro. They make it to where them niggas know first, and they're able to go in. Ticketmaster usually gets 90% of the tickets, or something crazy like that. I don't even want to say 90, probably like somewhere between 70 to 90% of the tickets like that are capacity available for that venue, bro. And then the other sites, SeatGeek and, you know, them websites and shit like StubHub, they come after that and they get the rest. That's why they're always more expensive, because they don't have a lot of tickets to begin with. Most of their ticket inventory comes from resellers, and that's where the cycle gets fucked up. These niggas dead ass, like they price out the average fan. So when you go to a show like a Nine Vicious in Atlanta, bro, there's gonna be a lot of bots. And I'm not gonna lie, bro, that sucks all the life out of these shows, bro. Like these shows used to be live. Cardi used to come to Charlotte and turn this bitch the fuck up. Or one of the best shows I've ever seen, you can go look this shit up to this day, was Playboy Cardi in Atlanta, when he brought out Lil Skies, he brought out Young Nudie, he brought out Jack West. Like, this nigga on the Die Lit tour, I believe, this nigga went stupid. That was one of the best shows I've ever seen to this day. And when you go back and actually look at that shit, one thing that I noticed for sure was not a lot of people were really holding the phones and like making that shit their entire existence. Like, bro, like, we can just go to the show and just have fun. Nowadays, people go to the shows to strictly get videos for their Snapchat private story. Like, I'm telling you, before the artist even comes out, they just got Snapchat pulled up on their phone, bro. Just pulled up with their hands hovered up above the button. Like, dog, the nigga hasn't came out the last hour. Why the fuck do you still got Snapchat out? Does it really matter that much? Does it really matter that much? Like, I'm telling you, from a person that came from, you know, going to these concerts and not filming the entire thing a focal point, bro, it was once a point where you couldn't have your phone out. Niggas was getting too crazy to the point to where if your phone fell, you would never see that bitch again. I was brave, so I got some videos here and there for the Snapchat private story, but bro, with the way niggas was throwing water, with the way shit was getting thrown, the way, you know, niggas was getting bullied in these pits, nigga, my phone was in my zip pockets. I always say this, like, bro, the best shows I've ever been to, I don't have on film. I can't show you the videos because it just was me living in the moment. I can always show you maybe like max one video from each show that I've been to, but like there's even a few that I just have no videos of. People nowadays, like, they make it to where that's their entire existence. Like, if they went to a show, they feel like in 5 years they're still going to be showing people that video. And I mean, that might be true, but in 5 years that artist might not be, you know, on. In 5 years that artist might be exposed for some shit. That artist might be canceled for some shit. He might have fell off, and if you posted a video of a nigga that fell off, oh boy, you gonna get. Bro, it's like, what's the point? Like, what do you gain from it? Like, going to these shows and, you know, getting to the point to where you're ready to fight somebody over, you know, knocking your phone out of your hand, or just like not really being interested in having fun and, you know, vibing out with the people around you. I'm sitting there singing and, you know, I'm vibing out with niggas. They're looking at me like, bro, you're blocking my camera. Like, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Niggas is opening mosh pits and niggas is looking at me like, bro, what are you doing? Chill out. And like, bro, I've been in pits to where niggas are ODing. I've been in pits to where niggas are punching and kicking and doing the most when it doesn't need to be that. But we're at Nine Vicious for one. And for two, like, what do you mean chill out, my nigga? What do you mean chill? I'm trying to get a video. Like, bro, nigga, take that shit to the fucking balcony. Just the overall, like, privilege, like, attitude to these niggas. Like, oh, I paid $300 to go to this show. Like, I'm gonna get my videos. Like, that whole attitude to the shows just adds, like, a new level of just, like, anger to the whole shit, bro. Like, you niggas go to the shows feeling so privileged to get every right to do anything you want, and it's just like, dang, like, niggas used to go to these same shows at these same venues for 15 bones, for $25, 30 beans, gang. Like, come on, bro. We used to pay $40 to go to these shows, gang. Like, I'm trying to really like let niggas know, like, we used to go to these shows for $40 and not worry about recording shit. Everybody be so worried about their shoes getting stepped on. Like, bro, you're doing too much. You stepped on my shoes, bro. You fucked up my fit. Bro, I used to go to these concerts in a fucking wife beater on, bro. I used to go to these concerts with a fucking, you know, regular black t-shirt and some shorts with zipper pockets and basketball shoes, nigga. Like, niggas, bro, it was never a fashion contest, bro. Now everybody's so worried about what fit I gotta wear for the concert. I gotta get my fresh fit. I gotta get a brand new shoes. Like, bro, not knowing what they're getting into in that shit, gang. Like, there's no soul in this shit anymore, bro. There's no soul. This whole shit is turned into a fucking, you know, club appearance, bro. Like, these niggas don't want to be touched at concerts. These niggas don't want to turn up for real anymore at concerts. And I'm not saying Non-Vicious wasn't turned up. That bitch was turned up. I ain't gonna lie, it was turned up. But there was moments to where niggas just, you know, that overall sentiment, that overall attitude of just privilegedness, it just like shine through. And it's just, bro, looking at it from a whole, bro, like that shit is dead. Live Nation bought up everything, so the individual venues think that they could do whatever the fuck they want, which I mean technically they can because they have a monopoly on everything. Live Nation owns the parking, they own the venue, they own the fucking concessions, they own the drinks, they pick what energy drinks get to go in there, they pick what alcohol gets to go in there, what water gets to go in there, if, you know, this venue even serves water. But that also makes it to where there's no competition, and, you know, it's pretty much a monopoly at this point, bro. These niggas can do whatever the fuck they want, and they're basically taking that and ruining the entire scene, bro. Like, how could you look at your fans and tell them, like, yeah, you can't bring cameras in? Like, yeah, nah, we're not allowing it. Like, to go from only being like you can't bring professional cameras with like detachable lenses and shit to now like you can't bring any cameras in but phones, which it logically makes no sense at all, because the iPhone camera literally is a better camera than a lot of these fucking, you know, shit ass GoPro cameras. These niggas be going so fucking hard over a nigga bringing a fucking GoPro or DJI or some shit like that in the fucking venue, when your iPhone camera is literally better than that. I literally brought it up to one of these niggas one day when they tried to blackball me from bringing my camera. I'm looking at them niggas like, yo, like, nigga, you know the iPhone is dead ass a better camera than this shit, bro. Like, it dead ass has way better fucking capabilities than this camera. And he's like, well, if your iPhone camera is better than your camera, then why don't you go put your camera in your car and use your iPhone? I said, dumb fuck, if I drop my iPhone and it breaks, then there's no replacement. I'm fucked. Versus if I drop this action camera in a fucking venue, or if I drop it anywhere, there's no real ground to sue, because first of all, the camera won't be broken, and second of all, the shit isn't my phone. It doesn't have my life on the shit, okay? And it's like, when you try to have real conversations like that, bro, you just face getting banned from the venue or getting booted from the concert, and your fucking ticket voided. You wasted a bunch of money and time. And it's like, bro, nobody really wants to go through that, so they just go along with it, and whatever experience they have at the show is whatever the experience they have. You know, the next month they're gonna forget about this shit entirely. So, you know, fuck it. Ticketmaster gets away with, you know, treating people like shit and scamming niggas, and Live Nation gets away with, you know, also scamming niggas and giving people a shit ass concert experience, bro, and doing nothing about any, you know, inconvenience or any wrongdoings at any of their venues, because they're making money at the end of the day. And the artist just moves on the next day to a new state, to a new venue, to a new setup, a new environment, and a new check from Live Nation. So they don't give a fuck. They're not going to speak up. Even if they walk off stage early, like Non-Vicious has done multiple times, he's still going to get a check for the next show. So it doesn't even fucking matter, bro. It's fuck that city. If he really wanted it to, it'd be fuck that city. The whole scene is just soulless entirely, bro. Like I said, it's not like one experience from this concert that really just made me say fuck concerts. It was a lot of shit. Like, I brought up the camera shit. I brought up the fact that Live Nation is literally a monopoly of fucking everything. So they just manipulate every single aspect of going to a concert simply because they can, and then there's no competition, and the scene is never going to get better, bro. You're telling your fans that they're not allowed to come to the show and, you know, express themselves and, you know, be able to show how creative they are, because, you know, who knows, you could have a nigga in the crowd that could be your next videographer that works for the venue, or, you know, somebody that, you know, is willing to turn over footage to you guys that just doesn't have the, you know, the talent or the, you know, live hands-on feel of actually being able to film at a concert with a shit ass camera. You know what I mean? Like, this shit's not gonna give professional output anyway. Like, a lot of these cameras and shit that y'all are denying, bro, they're not going to give you a professional outlook as, you know, the media guy that you hired. The media guy that you hired has infinite capabilities. Like, I'm pretty sure without a detachable lens, bro, your chances of getting super high quality pictures that are comparable to actual professionals with all the gear in the world, super fucking low. And it takes me right back to ruining the entire scene, bro. You're telling people that they can't come to the shows and express themselves, right? All right, boom, you're gonna alienate an entire group of people that would have originally gone to the concert just to go. They would have originally paid whatever amount to go to this show just to get exposure. They're not coming anymore. And then now we're also talking about people that come to concerts to actually enjoy the show and to actually enjoy the presence of the artist, that would actually sacrifice filming the artist to just vibe out and to have fun, and to maybe to have a mosh pit, to maybe to vibe and sing a little acapella with the artist. Like these guys, they aren't able to go to shows anymore because they're priced out due to the rigorous standard that these niggas set to buying tickets nowadays, and the reseller market that they refuse to do anything about. This shit is literally steering people away from going to concerts that would have otherwise been at that show. And I feel like eventually we're gonna get to the point to where like it's just 100% bots in the crowd, and then it's just gonna be holograms performing. Like the artists aren't even gonna have to go to the city and perform. Actually, they can just perform from the crib through a Zoom call or some shit like that, and they do like a 3D hologram with a nigga, and the nigga's jumping around in his kitchen, bro. He doesn't even have to be there. He doesn't have to deal with microphone issues because the mic's gonna sound the same. He doesn't have to deal with fans throwing shit because he's at his crib. Like niggas aren't gonna wake up until the shit hits that, and until Live Nation is so big to where nobody can tell them shit. But that's my grievance. Do what you will with this information. I know most people are gonna hear this shit and they're gonna be like, yo bro, you're just a bum ass old head, bro. Stop going to concerts if you don't enjoy it, bro. If you think it's lame, stop going. And I mean, to y'all niggas, I say eat a dick. But to those that actually like hear me out and that would actually take a second to think about anything that I've said in this video, you're gonna hear it. You're gonna get it. You're gonna understand what the word I'm coming from with this shit. The daily concert goers, you're gonna understand how stressful it is to, have missed the pre-sale code, or have been at work, or, dead ass had something to do other than sit on my phone in group chats and in Discords and in Twitter comms all day to get a pre-sale code that, gives me a cheap ass ticket. You're gonna understand that shit, bro. But until then, Live Nation can eat a dip. Y'all, what's good with y'all niggas? It's your boy Book, or niggas hate the real, whatever you want to call me. I appreciate you making it to the end of this vid. Even a like on the videos makes it to where you can get more content like this on your feed or on your For You every single day. And I mean, if you fuck with the vid, you might as well just leave a like, because all that does is push the algorithm to where you see more of my videos, or just videos like it in general. If you haven't seen my last video, this dude was literally explaining how, devil worshiping is bad, right? But some people, apparently they get a pass while others they don't. I appreciate y'all boys once again. I'm gonna catch y'all niggas on the flip.